Okay, so my summary and recommendation for the DIY website builder. Well, and of course, in this case, who is the DIY website builder? Well, you're a DIY website builder if you have more than one site, you want complete control, you like learning this kind of thing, and there are a bunch of you out there that are like this, right? You might be an attorney, a real estate agent, a chiropractor, an acupuncturist, a book author. It doesn't matter. You're any one of those things, but you like to have control over your site and you like learning this stuff and you have the time and energy to learn. That's who I'm speaking to now. That's the DIY website builder. Okay, if you know you're a DIY website builder, then you know you're a good candidate for Genesis if you've used the WordPress way in the past and are comfortable with messing around with the code, right? So this is not your first trip to the altar. You've used other WordPress themes. You've cut and pasted your own HTML and PHP and CSS code in those places, and so you've been that way. You could be a Genesis candidate. You could be a Genesis candidate if you want any new knowledge that you acquire, anything new that you learn to build on the foundation of the previous knowledge you've already obtained. That is, if you already know some of the WordPress way and anything new you learn you want to build on that, then you're probably a Genesis candidate. If you know you want to adhere to the WordPress way, then you certainly are a Genesis candidate. If you've found a child theme that is very close to what you want to use, you're probably a Genesis candidate. And if you want to learn PHP the WordPress way, then you're definitely a Genesis candidate, because those are sort of distinguishing characteristics between WordPress, between Thesis and Genesis. On the other hand, whoops, shoot, I lost my slide for the Genesis, the Thesis candidate. So I'm just going to have to do it without a slide. Okay, you're a Thesis candidate if, one, you don't care about the WordPress way. You don't have any philosophical, mental, emotional attachment to doing it that way. In that case, you're a good Thesis candidate. And if you want to customize your sites with avoiding PHP at all costs, then you are, again, definitely a Thesis candidate.